How I Quit My 9-to-5 and Built My Dream Life, your 2025 step-by-step guide. Practical tips, inspiring stories, and the exact steps to leave your 9-to-5 and start your own business. Are you ready to say goodbye to your 9-to-5 in 2025 and start living the life you have always dreamed of? In this video, I will share the exact steps I took to quit my corporate job, build a successful business, and achieve financial freedom. You will learn how to shift your mindset and overcome self-doubt, the high-income skills that can replace your 9-to-5 paycheck, simple steps to start your own business, no big budget required, how to manage your time effectively while balancing work and life, the secrets to marketing yourself and building a loyal audience. I will also share relatable stories, real-life examples, and a sprinkle of humor to show you that success is not about perfection, it is about starting where you are. Ready to take the first step? Join my self-paced masterclasses, work with me one-on-one, or be a part of my online community. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Your dream life starts today. Let's make 2025 your breakthrough year. How I quit my 9-to-5 and built the life I always wanted step by step for 2025. The wake-up call. I remember sitting at my desk in my 9-to-5 job, staring at an endless stream of emails. It was not the work itself that was unbearable. It was the nagging feeling that I was meant for more. I would clock in, go through the motions, and dream about freedom. Freedom to set my schedule, work on something I cared about, and build a life that felt mine. But every time I thought about leaving, fear crept in. What if I fail? What if I cannot pay my bills? What will people think? I stayed stuck for years, spinning in a loop of doubt and what-ifs. One day, after a particularly soul-crushing meeting, I had enough. I decided to bet on myself. It was not a dramatic moment. I did not throw my resignation letter at my boss and storm out. It started quietly, with a notebook and a simple question. What would it take to build the life I want? Step 1. Shifting your mindset from burnout to breakthrough. Turning your 9-to-5 into freedom in 2025, the treadmill of overwhelm. Life in a 9-to-5 can feel like running on a treadmill. You are constantly moving, but you're not getting anywhere. You wake up, go to work, come home exhausted, and wonder, is this it? I know that feeling all too well. My days were filled with endless emails and back-to-back meetings, leaving me too drained to think about anything else. But here is the truth. Staying stuck in that cycle was a choice. It was not until I hit my breaking point that I realized something had to change. The question was, how problem 1, feeling stuck and overwhelmed. The challenge, when you are juggling a full-time job, it feels impossible to add anything else to your plate. You tell yourself, I do not have time to start a business. What if I try and fail? How do I even decide where to begin? The solution starts small and consistent. You do not need hours of free time. Just a focused 30 to 90 minutes a day can make a difference. For example, I started working on my side hustle for 90 minutes every evening after work. Those small efforts stacked up, turning into real progress over time. Reframe failure as feedback. Think of failure as data. It is not a roadblock, it is a redirection. For example, I once tried selling vintage mugs online. It was a total flop. But that failure taught me what my audience really wanted. Planners and productivity tools. Set one clear goal. Focus on one thing at a time instead of spreading yourself thin. For example, instead of trying to master 5 new skills, I zeroed in on improving my time management. That one change made every other area of my life easier. Before I learned focus, I would spend hours working by rearranging my desk 15 times. Spoiler, a perfectly arranged desk does not equal progress. Problem 2, lack of direction and clarity. The challenge. Even when you are ready to make a change, the sheer number of options can be paralyzing. You think every productivity guru says something different. How do I know which advice works? Can I really pull this off? I am not one of those ultra-successful people. Even if I start, my phone keeps dinging and Netflix is always calling. The solution: learn from a proven system, do not reinvent the wheel. Follow strategies that have been tested and refined. For example, I invested $100 in a course on productivity that taught me how to time block and prioritize effectively. That one investment paid off 1,000 times over. Join a supportive community. Surround yourself with people on a similar journey. Their encouragement will keep you moving forward. For example, when I joined a mastermind group, I realized I was not alone. Hearing others' wins and struggles motivated me to keep going. Cut out low-value tasks, focus on what matters, and stop wasting time on things that do not. For example, I stopped obsessing over perfect email formatting and spent that time connecting with my audience. I once spent an entire day designing the perfect logo for my business, only to realize no one cared about the logo. Lesson learned, just start. Problem 3, staying consistent without burning out. The challenge, starting something new, is exciting, but keeping up the momentum can feel impossible. Life throws curveballs, and perfectionism creeps in. You think I was so excited at first, but now it feels like a chore. My plans were perfect until my kid got sick, and everything fell apart. If I cannot do it perfectly, why bother at all? The solution: focus on progress, not perfection. Aim for improvement, not flawless execution. For example, some days, I could only get 20 minutes of work done, but even small efforts added up over time. Use a flexible system. Life happens, so build a structure that adapts to unpredictability. For example, I planned tasks in 30-minute blocks so I could rearrange them if something unexpected came up. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge every milestone, no matter how small, to keep motivation high. For example, when I made my first $100 online, I treated myself to ice cream. That little celebration made me excited to keep going. I thought working 12-hour days would help me get ahead. Instead, I ended up binge-watching a whole season of a show because my brain was fried. Balance is key. How you can do this: to time block like a pro, dedicate specific hours to your goals, and eliminate distractions. For example, I blocked 90 minutes every evening to work on my side hustle. It became my most productive time of day. Invest in knowledge. Learn from someone who has been where you are. My self-paced masterclass teaches the strategies that helped me succeed. For example, a student used my time blocking techniques and doubled her productivity in just 1 week. Eliminate low-value tasks. Focus on actions that drive results. For example, I stopped worrying about curating the perfect Instagram feed and focused on creating valuable content my audience needed. Burnout does not have to be your reality. You can break free from your 9-to-5 and build the life you have been dreaming of by taking small, intentional actions every day. If I can go from juggling 3 part-time jobs to running a successful business, so can you. Your next step: join my masterclasses, coaching, or online community to fast-track your journey. Let's make 2025 the year you quit your job and create your breakthrough moment. You've got this. The first thing I had to change was not my job, it was myself. My biggest obstacle was not a bad boss or a lack of time. It was the voice in my head saying, "You cannot do this." The problem: self-doubt. What makes you think you can run a business? Fear of failure: you have never done this before. What if you fall flat on your face? Scarcity mindset: people like you do not get rich. The solutions: reframe failure. Every successful person has a collection of failures behind them. I told myself, failure is not the end, it is feedback. Think of failure like trying a new recipe. Sometimes it is delicious, sometimes it is a disaster, but you always learn. Practice daily affirmations. Every morning, I would say, "I am capable of building wealth." It felt silly at first, but those words slowly rewired my brain to believe in myself. Surround yourself with dreamers. I joined a mastermind group filled with people on the same journey. Their encouragement was like fuel for my fire. A story: I used to sit in my tiny apartment, drowning in bills, thinking, this is just how life is. Then I made a vision board, wrote down my goals, and decided to work on them every single day. Within a year, I hit 6 figures. Step 2, learning a high-income skill from $500 to freedom, stories of turning dreams into businesses. Story 1, the $500 leap of faith. I sat at my desk, staring at the bills on one side and my dwindling bank account on the other. I had $500 to my name, and I knew I could not keep living paycheck to paycheck. I wanted something more: a life where I was not trapped by a 9-to-5. The idea came from something simple. I loved planning and organizing. It was the one thing that kept my life together. My coworkers were always asking for tips, and I thought, why not create something to help others too? I poured my energy into creating a basic PDF planner, no fancy graphics, no marketing team, just Canva and late nights. I nervously posted it on social media for $27, thinking maybe a handful of people would buy it. To my shock, over 100 people bought it in the first week. That $500 turned into $10,000 in less than a month. How you can do this to start small: use what you already know to solve a specific problem. For example, a student of mine created meal planning guides for busy parents. Within 2 months, she was making $5,000 a month. Leverage social media, share your journey, and invite people to join. For example, one of my clients posted daily tips on Instagram, gained 500 followers in her first week, and turned those followers into paying customers. Focus on value. People do not buy products, they buy solutions. For example, another student launched a $19 productivity course that saved people hours every week. She made $20,000 in her first launch. I was so nervous about launching my planner that I told myself, worst case, my mom will buy one. She bought 5 and told her friends. Moms are the ultimate marketing team. Story 2, betting on yourself. I remember sitting on my couch, holding on to my last $500, wondering what to do. Should I save it for bills or take a chance on myself? My gut said, bet on yourself. I invested the money into designing a planner. No fancy logos, no professional website, just pure determination, Canva, and a lot of coffee. When I finally launched, I was terrified no one would care. But by the end of the week, I had made $2,700. That first win was all I needed. I reinvested in my business, improved my marketing skills, and kept building. Now I teach others how to do the same, starting with a small step and growing from there. How you can do this too. Bet on yourself, take a calculated risk, and trust your ability to make it work. For example, one student invested $300 into an Etsy shop and now makes $8,000 a month selling handmade jewelry. Simplify the process. Start with something simple and easy to create. For example, a coaching client launched her first digital workbook using free tools. It made $1,500 in the first 2 weeks. Keep reinventing, learn, adjust, and improve at every step. For example, another student revamped her course after taking my masterclass and tripled her sales in her second launch. When the sales started rolling in, I thought, did my mom accidentally buy 100 copies? Nope, real people actually loved my product. Story 3, solving a problem that changed everything. Here is the thing. I did not set out to make $10,000. I just wanted to help people. Back then, I was stuck in a day job I did not love, and planning was the one thing that made my life manageable. My coworkers noticed and started asking for advice. That's when I thought, if it is helping them, it could help even more people. I created a simple planner and shared it online with a straightforward pitch. This planner helped me get my life together, and I think it can help you too. To my surprise, not only did people buy it, but they also messaged me about how much it helped them. That is when I realized the key to success: solve real problems for real people. How you can do this too. Solve a specific problem. Think about what people already ask you for help with and turn it into a product. For example, a student created a budgeting spreadsheet after helping her friends manage their finances. Now, she sells it online and makes $3,000 a month. Be honest and relatable. You do not have to be perfect, just real. For example, one client launched a fitness program by sharing her journey of losing 50 pounds. Her honesty inspired her audience to sign up. Make it simple to buy used platforms like Gumroad or systeme.io to sell your product easily. For example, another student set up her shop on systeme.io in just a weekend and made $5,000 in her first month. My first planner had a typo on the cover, and I panicked. But guess what? No one cared. People care about solutions, not perfection. Starting with $500 and a dream changed my life, and it can change yours too. Whether you want to launch a product, start a business, or simply explore your potential, the key is to start. Your first step: take what you already know, turn it into something helpful, and share it with the world. My masterclasses, group coaching, and online community are here to guide you every step of the way. If I can turn a simple planner into a thriving business, so can you. Let's make your $500 idea the one that changes everything. Leaving your job requires a plan and a skill that can bring in money. I did not have time to get another degree or take long certification courses. So I focused on something practical skills people would pay for right now. The problems overwhelmed. There are so many skills. How do I pick the right one? Imposter syndrome? I am not an expert in anything. Time constraints? I already work full-time. When will I find time to learn? The solutions start with passion. What do people always ask for your advice on? For me, it was planning and productivity. That became my starting point. Pick a scalable skill. I chose something I could grow, like creating digital products and teaching online. If you are great at writing, learn copywriting. Love fitness? Start coaching others. Invest in yourself. I bought a $100 course on digital marketing. That one investment turned into $10,000 because it gave me the tools to market myself. For example, Maria turned her love of baking into a cake decorating course and now earns $15,000 a month. David learned copywriting in 60 days and landed his first $5,000 client. I took my obsession with productivity and turned it into a coaching business. Step 3. Starting a digital business. Once I had the skill, I had to figure out how to turn it into a business. This part scared me the most because I had no idea what I was doing. But here is what I discovered. You do not need perfection to start. The problem overwhelmed. Where do I even start? Limited funds. I do not have thousands of dollars to invest. Fear of no sales. What if no one buys what I am offering? The solution? Start small. I launched with a $27 digital planner. It was simple, but it solved a problem, and people bought it. Used low-cost tools. I built my first landing page with a free trial of systeme.io and used Canva for graphics. Test your idea before I launched. I asked my audience what they wanted. Their feedback helped me refine my product. Success stories. A client launched a personal finance course and made $30,000 in her first launch. Jake sold his first online fitness program using Instagram and a PayPal link. I turned a $200 investment into a 6-figure income stream. Step 4. Mastering time management. Balancing a full-time job and building a business is not easy. I had to learn how to manage my time or burn out trying. The problem? Procrastination. I will work on my business tomorrow. Distractions, Netflix and social media were always calling. Overwhelmed. There is too much to do. I do not know where to start. The solution? Time blocking. I scheduled my work in 90-minute blocks every evening. It was my non-negotiable business building time. Accountability partners. I joined an online group where we checked in on our progress weekly. Focus on small wins. I broke my goals into tiny steps, celebrating every milestone. Relatable humor. One day, instead of working, I reorganized my entire spice rack. Did it make me productive? No. Did my spices look amazing? Absolutely. Step 5. Marketing yourself like a pro. Marketing felt terrifying at first. I did not want to be pushy or salesy. But I learned that marketing is just storytelling. It is about sharing your journey and showing people how you can help them. The problem? Fear of judgment. What will people think? Lack of confidence. I do not know how to sell myself. No audience. Where do I even find customers? The solution? Tell your story. People connect with you, not just your product. Be honest and authentic. Leverage social media. I shared daily tips on Instagram and grew my audience one post at a time. Offer value first. I gave away free resources like a sample planner to build trust. For example, one client posted daily TikTok videos and gained 50,000 followers in 90 days. Another gave away a free budgeting tool and sold 500 courses. I grew my email list by offering a free time management guide. Your 2025 breakthrough. You do not have to stay stuck in a job you do not love. By shifting your mindset, learning a high-income skill, starting a business, managing your time, and marketing yourself, you can create the life you have always wanted. Starting is not easy, but it is worth it. A year from now, you will thank yourself for taking that first step. And if you need help, I am here for you. My masterclasses, coaching, and community are designed to guide you every step of the way. Story 1. The day I pressed record. It was a Wednesday evening, and I was sitting in my living room with my phone propped up on a stack of books. My palms were sweaty, my heart was racing, and I could feel that gnawing voice in the back of my head whispering, "What if you mess up? What if people laugh at you?" But here's what hit me. Staying invisible was not going to help me grow or pay my bills. So I took a deep breath and pressed record. That first video, it was bad. I stuttered. I forgot half of what I wanted to say, and somehow the lighting made me look like a ghost. But I posted it anyway. To my surprise, a few kind souls commented, "Thanks, this is really helpful. I needed this today." It was the encouragement I did not even know I needed. I decided to challenge myself to post one video every day for 30 days. By the end of that month, my videos had reached thousands of people. My inbox was flooded with messages asking, "Do you offer coaching?" That is how I launched my first group coaching program, which sold out in just 2 days. Pressing record on that first shaky video was the best decision I ever made. How you can do this to start before you are ready. Do not wait for perfection, just begin. For example, a student of mine filmed her first video on an old iPhone with zero editing. It went viral because her tips were so helpful. Be consistent, commit to showing up every day for 30 days. For example, one coaching client shared daily fitness tips for a month and gained 5,000 followers. Those followers became her first paying clients. Ask for feedback. Engage with your audience to learn what they want. For example, I asked my viewers what they wanted to know about productivity, and their answers shaped my next videos and boosted my engagement. My first video looked so bad that even I did not want to watch it. But hey, we all have to start somewhere. Story 2, turning embarrassment into opportunity. When I posted my first video, I thought I had everything under control, but I mumbled, rambled, and did not bother to check my background. Halfway through, my cat jumped onto the table and knocked over my coffee. I wanted to crawl under the couch. But instead of deleting the video, I decided to laugh at myself and post it anyway. To my surprise, the comments rolled in. "This was so relatable. Thank you." I love how real this is. Cannot wait to see more. People did not care about my mistakes. They connected with my authenticity. That video started a domino effect. By the end of my 30-day challenge, my videos had 20,000 views, and I had built a community of people asking how I could help them. That is when I knew I was onto something. How you can do this to embrace imperfection. People connect with authenticity more than polish. For example, a student of mine tripped over her words in her first video. Her vulnerability made her audience fall in love with her. Find your style, whether it is humor, storytelling, or step-by-step tips. Lean into what makes you unique. For example, another client shared productivity hacks while juggling her toddler. Her audience grew because she was so relatable. Focus on connection. Respond to every comment and message to build trust. For example, I personally replied to my first 100 comments. Those casual viewers turned into loyal fans. I figured if my cat is going to photobomb my videos, I might as well make him my co-host. Story 3, from fearful to fearless. Before I started posting videos, I was paralyzed by fear. I told myself, no one cares what I have to say. What if I embarrass myself? But then I had a thought that changed everything. What if someone out there needs exactly what I have to share? That question gave me the courage to press record. By the time I posted my 5th video, something shifted. I stopped obsessing over how I looked or sounded. I started sharing stories, cracking jokes, and giving real-life tips that had helped me. The craziest part? My audience grew faster than I ever imagined. People started tagging their friends, DMing me questions, and asking how they could work with me. That fear I felt, it became the fuel I needed to help others. How you can do this to flip the script. Focus on how you can help your audience, not on how you look or sound. For example, one student started a YouTube channel on meal prepping. Her content was not fancy, but it solved a problem her audience cared about. Get comfortable on camera. Practice makes progress. Start with short videos and work your way up. For example, a coaching client of mine started with 60-second Instagram Reels. Now, she is hosting hour-long webinars. Build a routine. Set a schedule for posting so it becomes a habit. For example, I committed to posting every weekday for a month. By the end, it felt as natural as brushing my teeth. The first time I went live, I accidentally had the bunny ear filter on. I decided to roll with it. The comments said, "Love the advice and the ears." If I can go from being terrified of the camera to building a thriving business, so can you. It is not about being perfect, it's about being you. Start where you are, embrace the awkward moments, and focus on helping others. If you are ready to turn your fear into fuel, my masterclasses, one-on-one coaching, and online community are here to guide you every step of the way. Let's face your fears and create something amazing together. Let's make 2025 the year you quit your 9 to 5 and step into your dream life. You have got this.